Welcome to the City of Bakersfield Planning Commission meeting. This television broadcast is made available through cooperation with the local cable companies, the County of Kern, and the City of Bakersfield. The Planning Commission meets on the first and third Thursdays of each month. You can watch the rebroadcast of this meeting Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 10 a.m. The planning meeting agenda is posted on the city's website at www.bakersfieldcity.us. Presiding over today's meeting, Chair Richard Schwartz.
It is my pleasure to call to order the June 1st, 2017 Planning Commission meeting. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Commissioner Schwartz?
Here.
Commissioner Lomas?
Here.
Commissioner Bell?
Here.
Commissioner Cater?
Here.
Commissioner Rudnick?
Here.
Commissioner Strong? Commissioner Wade?
Here.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you for attending tonight's Planning Commission meeting. The Planning Commission was established by the City Municipal Code for the purpose of providing an opportunity for public participation in the development process throughout the City of Bakersfield. The Planning Commission considers a wide variety of projects, including subdivision, maps, zone changes, general plan amendments, and more. When applications are received, the City Planning Division analyzes and requests and presents the facts about the project along with a recommendation for decisions by the Planning Commission or recommendation to the City Council. Our goal is to carefully consider each project and make decisions that will balance individual rights with the public welfare and general well-being of the community. I trust that you find the meeting informative and interesting. We'll start with public statements. First of all, does anybody have any public statements? This is a time reserved for anyone wishing to address the Commission on any matter not on the consent calendar public hearings portion of the agenda. If you are here on items 5A through 5D and item 6A, this is not the time to speak. Does anyone in the audience wish to address the Commission on a matter not on the consent calendar public hearing or hearings portion of the agenda? If so, please come forward and state your name. I don't see anyone, so we'll move on to the next item, the presentation for Brian Williams. Ms. Director Kitchens, will you please?
Thank you, Chairman Schwartz. Mr. Williams does not appear to be here yet, so I'd like to move this item to item 6, comments after the other hearing items.
Okay. We will do that then. And now we'll move on to item 4, the consent calendar non-public hearings. These agenda items typically involve housekeeping or administrative decisions that do not require a public hearing. Does any commissioner wish to remove a consent calendar non-public hearing item for separate consideration? Seeing no one, may I have a motion to adopt a staff's recommendation on the consent calendar non-public hearing items?
I'll move them.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Rudnick.
I'll
Second? Okay. So a motion has been made by Commissioner Rudnick and seconded by Commissioner Lomas. Madam Secretary, this is a roll call vote.
Commissioner Schwartz?
Yes.
Commissioner Lomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Bell?
Yes.
Commissioner Cater?
Yes.
Commissioner Rudnick?
Yes.
Commissioner Wade?
Yes.
We will now move on to the consent calendar public hearing items. During this portion of the agenda, the public has an opportunity to comment on the consent calendar public hearing items listed in the agenda. In order to be heard on an item, a speaker must first ask that the item be moved from this portion of the agenda to the public hearing portion of the agenda. Any items not moved by a member of the public or a commissioner will be voted on in one motion without further comment. At this time, I will open the consent calendar public hearing items. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak on a consent calendar public hearing item? There's any commissioner? I don't see anyone wanting to speak, so I'll ask, is there any commissioner who would wish to move a consent calendar public hearing item to the public hearing? No? Okay. At this time, then can we have a motion to approve the consent calendar public hearing items?
Before we do, we need to close the public hearing on the consent calendar public hearing items.
Okay. So, at this time, the public hearings on all consent calendar public hearing items not moved are now closed. May I get a motion to adopt? Well, I've already asked that. Is there a motion to adopt the consent calendar public hearing items not moved, and none of them have?
I'll move to adopt.
And we need to make it clear that the motion adopt staff recommendations as amended on the yellow memo sheet in front of you. Is that correct?
No, I haven't brought that. Okay. The following memos were provided to the Planning Commission. Did you?
Just 5A has a revised motion.
Okay. Yes, and the motion is add following language to end of motion. Okay. So does everyone see this? And 6A, oh, the 6A is the public hearing. So we just work on the 5A right now.
That's correct.
Okay. So considering the amended language, would any commissioner like to make a motion?
I'll move item 5A with the amended language.
Can I have a second? Dan?
A second.
Okay. So we have Commissioner Rudnick making the motion and Commissioner Wade doing the second. And let's see. At this time, public hearing items incorporating, and is it roll call? Okay, and Madam Clerk, a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Schwartz,
Yes?
Commissioner Lomas.
Yes.
Commissioner Bell,
Yes.
Commissioner Cater,
Yes.
Commissioner Rudnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Wade.
Yes.
Okay. By the way, if I seem like this is my first meeting as the chairperson, so I'm kind of learning the process as we go along. So I'm learning the order. So I appreciate your patience. But the meeting is moving along quite nicely. And now we're going to the public hearing portion, item 6, public hearing. And I wanted to let you know, it is now time to hear the public hearing items zone change number 17-0047. Staff is now recommending that the item be continued to June 15th, 2017. The public hearing on the item is now open, and is there anyone here that had planned to speak here tonight? Okay. You are free to make your statements tonight, but you might prefer to wait until the item will be considered by the commission before making your comments. The public will have an opportunity to provide comments at the June 15th, 2017 meeting. And if you're available and can speak then, that would be preferable. Okay? Anybody else? Okay. May I get a motion to continue this item to the June 15th, 2017 meeting? The public hearing on this item will remain open until the June 15th, 2017 meeting.
I'll move that we approve item 6A, the continuation to the June 15th hearing date.
Thank you, Commissioner Rudnick. A second?
I'll second.
Oh, thank you, Commissioner Bell. So Mr. Rudnick made the motion, Mr. Bell seconded it. So, Madam Clerk, can we have a roll call vote?
Commissioner Schwartz,
Yes.
Commissioner Lomas.
Yes.
Commissioner Bell,
Yes.
Commissioner Cater,
Yes.
Commissioner Rudnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Wade.
Yes.
Thank you. And that moves the item to June 15th. So now, let me Now, let's see, hold on. No, sorry. Now, Ms., okay, excuse me.
Just a communications, Chair.
Okay, communications, and, yeah, there we go. On communications, does anybody have anything they want to share regarding communications?
Chairman Schwartz, I have 2 items. The first, congratulations on making it through your first hearing as Chair of the Commission.
Thank you.
Well done. The second, we were scheduled to present Ms. Commissioner Williams with a plaque tonight to thank him for his service on the commission. So I'll just make the announcement in his absence, but he did serve the commission from April 16th, 2014 through January 30th, 2017, and always was a fair and level head among the commission, and we appreciate his service.
Yes, and I can speak for myself. I also appreciate his service. I always felt he had good judgment and was looking out for the best interests of the city and weighed things very fairly with constituents and developers, and so he was a good addition. And I hope he has, everything works out for him as he leaves the Planning Commission. Thank you. Anything else? Is there anything that anybody else would like to add on communications? Any commission comments from any of our fellow commissioners? Seeing none, then in that case, then I think this meeting is now concluded, and I'd like to adjourn the meeting. And also, I want to thank you all for attending this meeting, and have a good rest of the week. Thank you. This concludes the meeting.